I know why all my exes gave me sloppy blowjobs. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Cockroaches drink through their arseholes.
What?
You can't pronounce anybody now without their pronouns, him/he. I got one, fuck to the off.
Someone's getting their door banged on.
That's the insurance company fucking me. Good evening, you shady delinquents of the internet. I'm your amazing host, SD. That stands for SureDiesAlot. Fuck the lot off. To my left, I've got Shaggins, who has his own channel. Next to me, we have the amazing Dingle, who surprisingly is absolutely amazing at advertising and boosting our channel on TikTok. He's doing an amazing job of that.
Thank you,
And then
buddy.
we've got OccipitalGem, the absolute genius when it comes to nerdy shit.
Damn straight.
Firstly, we're going to start off with Mr. Shaggins with his subject. Would you like to introduce your subject, please?
I will. My one's a bit on the stranger side. I don't think it's anything that's really been
Stranger Things
discussed. Yeah, Stranger Things last season. Basically about pets, and more importantly, how pets are treated. Pets, yeah, PETS. Yeah, how they're treated, how they're sheltered, how people.
Have you been doing some funky BDSM?
No, I'm not into BDSM. I only do BDSM annually, so pretty sure I do that in May. So, but on a serious note, yeah, it's basically I saw a video. Well, I've been seeing videos through TikTok, YouTube, and people are like making their pets dance and stuff, and like wear clothes. I've always been like against animals wearing clothes. I don't think it's funny. I think it's just weird.
They're born with their own clothes.
Exactly, they have birth for a reason. So I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Except from those cats that have no fur, they look like little mole rats. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah,
I've seen those.
Dr. Evil, Austin Powers, he has one, doesn't he?
The thing is, they've been breeding most of that shit out of them for years. I mean,
Yeah.
Where the fuck did the pug come from? And what those stupid little rats are about 4 inches nothing. Okay. Yeah, fucking constantly.
But anyway, just to go over it.
Yeah, carry on.
So stuff like that. I mean, and nobody seemed to be on what my thought process on it. Like everyone was all like, "Oh, that's so cute, it's funny," and I'm just like, there's just something about it that just riles me. Sorry, not rouse me. I can't get down with it, and it just looks. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. At the end of the day, animals aren't humans, and
be like a circus act kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they're using animals in order to. I don't think there's anything wrong in using animals to get views if it's done respectfully, right? So if you're teaching your dog a trick, that's like, oh, that's cute. But like this video was literally a dog wearing some like Chucky thing, and it like made him look like, because it was from the front camera, so it made it look like it was Chucky coming towards you.
Oh, I've seen that.
You know exactly what I mean? Yeah, he's like holding a knife, and like, I don't know, like
it
didn't even make me like laugh. I was just
it
like,
did me.
Flying fuck am I watching?
I loved it.
But anyway, stuff like that, I'm just not. That's not. I just don't agree with that. It's just weird, and so yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Chat away.
I kind of like what do they call it? It's like young mums these days. They end up having kids and putting their kids in like these Gucci jumpers and like an accessory.
Oh
yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. It's like they're only going to grow out of it, or they're going to be sick on it. What's the point in spending all that money on that one little thing when they're going to grow out of it? It's backwards.
Most of them are millennials, like doing stupid shit with their kids, and they treat them like dolls.
Yeah.
Millennials. You realise that you're also a millennial.
Same with dogs as well.
Yeah.
This entire podcast is made up of millennials.
Yeah.
I don't class myself as a millennial because I actually have a job.
I would.
Hey, most millennials have jobs as well.
Really?
Come on.
Come on, SD. They're just mocking for the sake of mocking now.
I mean, the banks are willing to give me money.
Yeah, they're willing to give me money, but not as much as I want them to give me. So I have to go out and do
illegal stuff. I mean,
I have to go out and do 2 weeks of nights. Hence why I wasn't
hauls
available.
himself out on oil rigs.
Yeah,
Be the bottom bitch for all the decks.
Yeah, but people put you
Sorry.
Oh, I heard a vibration.
that was me vibrating.
I was in my pants.
Yeah,
so
right.
bring it back on subject.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it seems like these pets are treated like dollies and like full payment. It's like the people who own these dogs are so boring and, you know, uninteresting. They have to make their dogs like the center of their like income.
Yeah, exactly. They have to parade their pet. It's not just dogs; there's cats as well. There's one where they seem like there's someone holding their cat up like on two legs, like making it look like they're doing the fucking waltz or whatever it was, and like people are like, "Oh, it's so cute." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "This is like you could tell that like the animal just got a straight look on his face, like, "What? Get off me!" You know. I mean, if we had Ricky Gervais on the show, imagine we all know where his view would stand.
Yeah,
Ricky Gervais is
a man.
He's a man who's a comedian that tends to absolutely not give a fuck about. Well, I guess he would care about some things, but probably not what the most common folk would. I don't know.
He doesn't care what people think about his views.
He speaks the truth, and people can't handle it these days because everyone's gone too soft. They go, "Oh no, I can't believe he said that. I'm going to cry for an hour."
Yeah, I'm going to cry and put it on Twitter and then get this person cancelled.
Yeah, get all these views. If you can't handle it, don't fucking watch it.
Yeah, all because like, sunflowers in my garden, so I'm going to cancel.
Exactly.
Cover your ears and go la 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 la. Like
exactly. I mean, if you're watching the program, if he's upsetting you, right, you're obviously knowing what you're getting into. So don't fucking watch it.
Just switch
mongoloids.
What you have to do.
Exactly.
For a fucking cooking show or something.
I just feel like it's just an opportunity for someone to just go, "Oh my god, I can't say that. I'm going to make 20 Twitter posts about it and get a lot of attention for myself." It fucking aggravates me. Don't watch it then.
Feelings before facts. That's what it seems to be.
Exactly. If I knew I was going to go watch a comedian, right, and I knew what his comedy was about and I didn't like it, I wouldn't go watch it. Use your fucking brain cells. Sorry.
Or you do what I did and fall asleep halfway through their show.
Yeah.
If you're that offended, just walk out. No need to make a spectacle out of it.
It's embarrassing, and they need to realise this. It's these people these days. It's just they're annoying. They find you can't pronounce anybody now without their pronouns him/he. I got one. Fuck to the off. I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
The pronouns thing does kind of annoy me because it's literally you preemptively trying to control how people talk about you behind your back.
Yeah.
Because your pronouns don't matter in the moment you're talking to someone face to face.
Well, the moment that you know their name, I guess.
Because if you're talking to someone face to face, they're either going to call you or they're going to call you by your name.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it only when, they're talking about you behind your back that they need to know your pronouns?
Has anyone heard of Idiocracy? It's where from the early 2000s, over, I think it was 500 years, the average IQ went from like 112 to like 20. And everyone got stupid because of all the dumb shit that's on the, put on TV and all the American media that seems to be ruining the world.
You mean the movie, right?
Yeah, Idiocracy, the movie.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I reckon that is the future. I reckon Idiocracy is just like a warning for America, to be fair.
I reckon it might end up saying like Black Mirror, and we'll end up like being control, being pretty much controlled. Everyday lives just be controlled.
What about
But To bring it back, sorry. To bring it
Yeah,
back.
I was gonna say
Yeah, bring it back on
go completely off topic again.
Yeah, we're getting way off topic. Yeah. So, long story short, I just disagree with anything like that. Don't put clothes on animals. Don't make them like circus.
I mean,
what about like raincoats and shit?
I will say this. I did see a quite funny short video where a guy is pulling this rug along and his dog sat on it, and the dog's wearing a crown with a cape on. Like a
What?
Like
wearing a cape.
Yeah, like a royal cape, like robe, like a red cape with like a white fluffy thing on it. Like basically, he's being pulled along as if he's the king. That was funny to me. And
see, something I would probably laugh at that, but then I would think about it and just be like, it wouldn't sit well with me afterwards. Even though I think it's just because they're not aware. Like, to us, it's just a joke, but if they had our sentience, and you know what I mean, imagine like if I did that to Dan, knocked him out with some drugs, and then put a crown on the cape on and tore him across the carpet. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? Get off me!
Don't threaten Dingle with a good time.
Yeah.
That's it. As long as he's not getting off right now, then yeah.
Thing is, they've already done that on Rick and Morty, where Rick gives. Rick gives. I think it's Snowballs.
Morty a bluzzer?
No. He gives Snowballs like a hat to wear that like raises intelligence.
Oh yeah.
It's a dog in it.
Yeah, it's a dog, and then
that's a great episode.
The dog realizes it hasn't been given like all the batteries to its helmet, which would boost its intelligence.
Yeah.
So what happened was he put more batteries in, and obviously he became sentient and took over the human race somehow.
Yeah, and then they all end up moving to another planet, don't they?
Oh yeah, because they incepted the dog's mind.
Yeah, that was a great inception. But I don't know. I mean, that's just me. You might all disagree with me, but that's just where I stand. I just have an uneasy feeling whenever I watch something like that. It's different if there's just like some like kittens doing some roly polies or something. But
I think
when you start putting things on the animals and start like when you're using the animal itself as the prop rather than the actual what's going on, if you get me.
I think it depends on the context as well. Like, is it a massive thing that they're doing where they are literally using all of their animals as props, or is it just this one-off thing that they thought it would be cute to do that the one time, and then they let their dog or their cat or their hamster or whatever just be the animal it wants to be the rest of the time. Because however much I also disagree with dressing up animals, especially seeing as a lot of them don't really like it. You always get those people at Christmas who dress up their dogs and cats as
every time. Yeah, every time
and stuff like that.
What about raincoats for dogs?
I mean,
same thing, isn't it?
I still think it's still putting clothing on them. I mean, if you had one of those dogs that don't have fur, or even a cat that didn't, I mean, I might be able to give you some leeway. But I don't know. It's just
sometimes dogs can. What about?
Think how long pets have been around for, right? And
I know.
It's only been a quite recent thing that the whole giving them raincoats and stuff like that.
What I was going to say was, say you own a dog. You're the master of this dog. You go out to take it walk.
That's the master. You hit nail on the head there.
Yeah, right. Cause, so it's raining outside, and you're going for a long walk, and the dog's going to come back to your flat or house or whatever, absolutely fucking piss wrapped, and it's going to flick its fucking body and wail it against the fucking sidewalls. You have to clean it down.
That's why you go in the garden or you go at the front. I mean, there are other things to do.
I'm just saying, it's like where the dog would wear a coat so it wouldn't get as wet.
And in the summer, it wears sunglasses.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As well, eh? It's got a cap on.
To be
Snoop
fair,
Dogg.
I mean, he's not far
But
off.
what I mean is like for
If you look at
practical
raincoats in
reasons.
cold weather, then think of hot weather as well.
I get like animals that can't grow fur because I know some cats can't grow fur. I get it then because then there's an understandable reason to clothe it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
You know,
it's
dogs
an
can't
accessory.
sweat.
It's for people to go, oh, he looks adorable when in reality he looks like a fucking dick.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Do you know that dogs can't sweat?
Do they not? I don't know.
No,
No, I thought that was pigs. Pigs can't sweat. I think
Yeah.
pigs are the only animal that can't sweat.
dogs can't sweat.
Pigs
They
can't.
get rid of the heat by breathing, panting.
Oh yeah, that is true. They sweat through their mouth, basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why it's so bloody when they lick you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You sound really disappointed at now.
Yeah, because now I know why all my exes gave me sloppy blowjobs. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. Oh,
They always sounded out.
Here's another bit of trivia for you.
not like
Cockroaches
that.
drink through their arseholes.
Not again.
Yeah.
Who's an arsehole?
Yeah, I didn't
That
hear
is-
it.
No, cockroaches drink through their arseholes.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know this? I don't want to.
Please don't. Actually, I don't want to know how you know.
Hey, Just
I don't know why I know this. It just come up on Facebook.
you are part of some weird pages on Facebook.
Yeah, mate, you are.
It's like that space science page.
Things like that don't come up on regular news feeds.
That's because you don't look on like the sciencey ones.
No, we don't look at cockroach assholes.
The fuck?
It was like the space page. Well, they just like share random shit about like random
What's
science.
to do with space? What's this to do with cockroaches? Assholes.
It's
I
science.
guess
It's part of that.
Cockroaches are fucking impossible to kill.
Please tell me we're going to call this episode Cockroach Arsehole.
Cock arsehole.
I mean, to be fair, you're the one in charge of the names.
True, yeah. I think I'm going to have to put Cockroach Arsehole in that single. Oh, dear me. Yeah, no, I agree. If we don't have fur, then it's
Yeah.
Just
Wet fur is disgusting. You ever smelt wet dog?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
had a shower with my ex quite a time.
But yeah,
It's just where I stand at the end of the day. You know, it might not be something particularly serious, but it's just it's what it
You
is.
say it's like some part of animal cruelty by forcing an animal to do something it wouldn't necessarily.
A little bit. It just feels very.
Surely they don't overheat.
I feel like that's sort of like the case when it comes to things like, you know, putting them in sailor outfits or putting them in these really, you know, niche outfits that's like supposed to be for like children, which I still think is cruel to put these stupid outfits on children as well. But you're putting them on these animals and then forcing them to parade around it when, you know,
They obviously don't love their pet enough that they care about the content and views and more than
It's
their
not what,
actual
it's
well-being.
not what they did to elephants and fucking tigers and other random animals as well.
What they put? That's gonna have to be some big clothing, mate, to fit onto elephants.
I know, but
Sheesh. Oh,
So
you mean like when they you mean like when they ride them? Or
yeah.
hey, what was the
They
other
do that
one?
in India as well.
What did you say? Elephants and
Tigers.
tigers. Well, people
Shag
ride tigers.
I mean, there's a song about it.
How does it go?
Holy diver.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I like the Dio version more than the Killswitch Engage version. I must admit.
No.
I prefer the music video for the Dio version, but I prefer the Killswitch Engage song.
I haven't seen it.
Only diver when the sun is
with the endless sea. Yeah.
Something is coming for me.
Is that how we're going to do the outro? Just sing Holy Diver.
We would get massively
Massacred. Yeah.
massacred, but yeah, let's do it.
massacred. So yeah, like with the fucking What are they bloody called? They're fucking all over America. Right
Guns.
before they brought the animal
Borders.
cruelty acts in.
Guns.
Guns and Borders.
Honestly forgot what it's fucking called. I can't believe it.
I believe it's not SD.
You mean circuses?
Circuses, there we go.
Okay.
What about zoos?
See, zoos I'm okay with because they're.
I don't
Full
know about
conservation.
zoos because they do keep some of the endangered species alive.
It's like that orca program, isn't it? That black fin, whatever it's called. It's not fair they keep orcas trapped in a thing like that for people's entertainment because they when they start to attack on the humans, they get put down. But they're in their little prison.
Yeah, they're the
SeaWorld is a
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that shit still goes on. I can't believe that shit goes on still.
Yeah, but
It's
then you got
fucking
Asians
wrong.
who started to eat them.
What animal did you say? Sorry, Dingo. I didn't hear what animal you said.
Fuck
Orcas.
you, whale. Orca. Killer whale.
wow.
I feel a bit bad. I don't know what an orca is.
It's
It's
a
a
killer
killer
whale.
whale.
Black and white fish. Big fish.
Right. I know what a killer whale is. What is orca like the scientific? term for it?
Yeah.
The orca is the proper term, yeah.
I've never.
They creep me out. They do, but I don't believe they should be in. That SeaWorld is their prison. That's their prison.
Yeah.
So when they start to attack, the trainees, do you blame them? Because
No.
I don't.
No.
I say you get what you paid for.
Yeah, especially if
I'd
it's.
much rather go and watch a show. I'd
Look.
rather go and watch a show where I see one of the trainers get attacked because then I know that was worth it. Don't want to sound like a dick, but hey, your fault, not mine.
Yeah.
Enjoy
So basically, Dingle says if he goes to a water show and there's animals, if the water isn't red, he doesn't want to go.
Exactly. The thing is, dolphins at SeaWorld, they started committing suicide. They started killing themselves.
What?
Dolphins have been drowning themselves.
Drowning? How can things in the ocean drown themselves?
The dolphins can't actually breathe underwater.
Yeah. Dolphins and
What?
dolphins and whales can't actually breathe water. They
That's the whole blowhole thing.
yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, right. Okay. I always presumed they could.
They can hold a lot of air in,
That's
but
interesting.
it's So what they've been doing is SeaWorld is drowning themselves, and the trainees can't work out why because they're in fucking prison.
Yeah.
It annoys me. I think it's cruel, and I can't believe that shit still goes on.
So is that the reason why they dive above the water?
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
oxygen.
Mainly.
It's the reason. It's the reason why they come up to the top
Yeah.
to breathe, and then
like creatures in the ocean that born in the ocean that can't actually. That's weird. But then again, I guess it's just as weird as being a bird and not being able to fly. So, an ostrich or a penguin,
Flamingo.
flamingo. No, flamingos can fly. I think.
Can they? I don't think they can. I think they can. I think they can glide. I don't think they can fly.
They're not. Oh, I don't know.
I'm
I
sure-
saw a documentary of them flying. It was
Why
quite.
don't you Google it?
If they started flying, I'd be terrified to go outside.
Because they're pink. Come on, mate.
No, because they're huge, and the
No,
way
'cause geese are worse.
I love pink. So
True. Yeah.
Shall I ask Alexa?
ask
You
Alexa.
can, yeah. Another thing is off the subject of animals, but there's always something I haven't liked whenever I've seen it around is when they have leashes for their kids. And the children are just going along on the leash. It always feels very animalistic. I'm like,
Oh yeah, like a freak on a leash. It's wrong.
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if yeah.
as a child that used to have one.
What you?
Yeah.
I still got one.
I can't remember whether I did or I didn't, but just whenever I see it, I'm just a bit like, it makes sense why people do it, and it's understandable, but it's just something odd about it. Especially when you see the parent tugging on it, proper yoinking the poor child.
Yeah, when they do that, it's cruel. I think it's one of those things where if you're worried about your child away, as long as you're not full on yanking them back,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
As long as you're not choking
but-
your out down the street.
I mean, it's supposed to be a harness, not a, you know.
Oh yeah,
Collar.
you're right. Yeah, not a
To be
collar.
fair, some of the fuckers like pulling.
I don't want to know the undertone of that joke.
Anywho,
Like, they would absolutely
The-
cane it towards
the-
another dog and then run out of lead and then get yanked back.
that was tiny.
You're talking about dog. We're talking about kids.
dogs. Yeah, what about mine?
I'm talking about my sister's dog because she's a fucking retard.
We're talking about
Enter that part.
we're talking about the children that people have where they put them on leashes.
You mean reins?
Mm.
They're called reins.
You're not talking about those things where people dress up as horses and pull carts, are you?
No. These are the so-called leashes you're talking about. They put on kids. They're actually called reins.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, still, like, you know,
Leashes.
bit cruel sometimes.
I thought we were talking about the animals performing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, animals performing is a bit crap.
To be fair, dogs love to make their owners happy, and generally, if they know they're going to get a treat, they will do tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all part of the dog training. To be fair, I mean, if you can get a dog to obey your commands, that's pretty fucking rigid. And get them to do like cool tricks and shit, but it's mainly down to like the owners, like making them being the only like, say for instance, crofts. If one of the people who owns a dog and does crofts and finish first, they own a prize. It seems like their whole career is like dedicated to make this dog do this one thing so they can get paid.
Their whole career is breeding dogs that are what is it? More obedient, so then they can do more bigger and better things at the next one, and you know, and then going on like that. So they are training the dogs constantly and also breeding new ones that are going to then win in other categories, but also like still be obedient and that kind of thing.
To be fair, it must be a lucrative business.
I mean, from what I've heard, it is.
I think it goes into territory of like what morals and ethics people hold. What is it? Is it right to have like even stuff like dog races and horse races? Is that morally correct, or is that immoral?
Sometimes it's within the beast's nature.
I mean, it's also like asking things like going
True,
on.
but it's also in a dog's nature to eat meat. But you're not just going to let it out and let it kill things willy nilly.
It's like what they're called, greyhounds.
Yeah.
If they catch a scent of I don't know, potential prey,
Or
if they see potential prey, they will pursue that prey and proceed to tear it to pieces. That's why you never see a greyhound off a leash, because it will fucking go for anything it thinks that's food. Like, for instance, they'll grab hold of a cat and literally shake the life out of it. Or any small dog.
Yeesh. Yeah, my ex was a bit violent. That explains why.
So that's why they tend to use the beasts to do their natural instinct. They are beasts. That's what they are.
Beasts is already like, I don't know,
sexy enough.
Yeah,
not
like,
obese. Beasts.
Obese.
Yeah, I know, but beasts. I don't know. Beast sounds like they're mindless. That's what I get from that word.
Yeah.
Mindless self-indulgence, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking too much into it with stuff like that.
I mean, it's also like raising the question, like, where do we draw the line? Also, for things like if we're saying that this is cruel, then we're definitely saying that hunting is cruel. But then
True.
sometimes hunting is necessary because if certain species overpopulate areas, then they start causing ecological damage. So you've got to find a way to control the populations. But it is what it is, isn't it? Like you don't want to be adding things to a environment because then they are going to
True.
Right. Well, I think we've had time on this subject.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Very much, Shaggins. Last thoughts on this subject.
I pretty much just stand where I stand. I can see Jem's last point though. There's got to be at what point can we be like ultra compassionate? If something like the overpopulation thing continues, then we got to take some form of action. But then it's always a sticky wicket, as my mom would say. There's a lot of grey lines when it comes to it. Yeah, I think we've all got different what we would do and wouldn't do. I mean, I've never had any pets of my own. Like we've had family pets, yes, but I've never had a personal pet. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's my thought. Shag out.
Dingle.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. Obviously, I've got a cat, but the thing is, my cat kind of like owns me, so I couldn't put my cat in clothes. He would put me in clothes. That's the thing. I mean, if I put like a sweatshirt on my cat, it would gouge my eyes out. But I wouldn't. I don't agree with it. But I just see it as people go, "Look what I got! Look what I got!" And everyone goes, "Oh, it's cute," but in their head, they're thinking, "You're an absolute fucking retard."
Yeah, it's just another.
That's just being polite.
Hmm.
So I don't agree with it. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Oh, sip.
And again, it's a question of if we're talking about morals, we have to pick a lane and stay in that lane the entire time. You can't be wishy-washy with it. But yeah, like if it's people who are constantly like dressing their dogs up or their cats up and stuff, and not letting them be a cat or a dog or whatever pet they are, then yeah, those people can just do one. Like the rest of the people who only do it for like special occasions to commemorate Christmas or whatever, like you're fine. Like as long as you're not doing it in a way that clearly distresses the animal, it's fine.
I mean, I agree with you. My final point is generally with beasts like dogs, you work with the beast's nature. Like I said with greyhounds, if they see prey, they'll chase it hundreds of fields if it could until it's got its target. Well, I guess that's why they're so good at hunting dogs as well. Along the terms of dressing your animal up, as long as the animal wishes to please the master. Sounds weird that way, but if the beast wants to please the master, it will do what the master wants to do because it knows it's going to get a treat. If you know what I mean, like if you know you're going to get a fucking chocolate bar for doing a trick. If you weren't sentient, that is, if you're a dog, you're going to do that little trick, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that's how the animals think. It's like, well, if I do this, I'm going to get that. They know the cause and effect. They have the intelligence of that. But like Lordy said, if the animal's in distress, it's just like, well, you shouldn't really be doing that. And I guess it goes down to the owner. Well, that's my final thoughts on it. As long as the beast isn't in distress, I guess you can dress it as long as it's happy. I mean, dogs love rolling in mud, so I guess putting a dress on it isn't as bad.
What? Anyway, let's change the scope of what.
Yeah, let's move on. Well, my riveting subject is insurance.
No.
Well, for me,
He forgot to mention that part. The riveting subject for me.
Yeah.
What's going on? I can hear rustling.
Can you?
Yeah, someone having a wank or something.
It must be Dingle.
Goes
I
ready to mingle.
think that was me moving about because I had to quickly leave the room for a bit.
Are you a righty or a lefty, Jim?
I'm ambidextrous.
That Craig thing, he's look at it, very creepy.
Stranger in the tub. No Family Guy reference there.
No, we're just waiting on you to actually say a subject.
No, it's not. Mine is insurance. Has anyone had to get insurance?
Yeah,
Yes.
I first had a car.
Lordy's not there. I mean, Occipital here. He probably knows better. I'll say he knows as well as me. Whenever you do your insurance, Occipital, when they give you the renewal price, is it more? It's more expensive each time, isn't it?
Not normally, no. It's only more expensive each time if you've, crashed your car each time.
The thing is, did you claim on your insurance when you wrote your car off?
Yes. So it was more expensive after that.
So the next time you decided to insure your car, did it go up?
Yeah. But
Thing is,
no, here's the thing. If I don't claim anything this year, it will go down.
because I claimed on my insurance. It must have been a year and a half ago now, and for some reason it's gone up £100, even though it wasn't my fault. It was an uninsured driver. So
Yeah,
I don't
but
understand how they just
first of all,
willy-nilly-
as it's an uninsured driver, they don't get any money for it from the other person's insurance because they don't have any insurance.
But the
Secondly,
thing is, these insurance
you
they
claimed
get
money
money
from them. They've got to get that money back somehow.
they get enough anyway. What I see is they just decide to raise the prices for no reason.
There was a reason
Why-
that you
why
claimed.
should I pay when it's not my fault?
But just because it's not your fault, they still need to get their money from somewhere. They still have to pay people.
Yeah, but if it's not my fault, why should I pay?
Well, they gave you money, didn't they?
Of course they did. That's what I'm fucking paying for.
Yeah. They gave you the money, but they had nowhere to get the money from. Because
Well,
the
they
other
had
person
money
wasn't
from the
insured.
monthly payments I gave them.
No, Rob, that money from the monthly payments. First of all, you're paying
It's to
monthly. What
pay
the
for
hell?
if anything
Second,
happens.
secondly,
On finance.
that money you're paying for the services that they give you. The money you got back isn't from that. That's from the value of the stuff that's happened to your car.
Do you know what's really
Normally,
annoying? I wish I slammed
let me
into the
finish.
side
Let
of
me
the car.
finish. Let me finish.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
If you were hit by a car that was insured,
That wasn't your fault.
and it wasn't your fault, they would get the money from the insurers of the other car, and it would be their policy that goes up massively, and yours might go up a little bit, but not massively. But because they have nowhere to get the money from, they have to then charge you more because there's no other way to deal with it.
Yeah, you can't just make money out of thin air and be like, oh, yep,
Exactly.
have this.
So that bloody advert. Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault?
Cool, I'll OccipitalGem now.
Yeah.
Because what drives you nuts is it's like, well, regardless if it was uninsured or insured, they protected my no claims because it was an uninsured driver, and it wasn't my fault. So wouldn't it be a case of, well, they should just suck it up and not charge me more because it wasn't my fault? It's
The
like-
other person wasn't insured, were they? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to make it.
Well, they need to get the money from somewhere, and they
Yeah.
can't do from
The
the.
thing is, I'm the person who's been fucking slapped in the face here. Why should I pay for it?
Yeah, but you said it was a car accident. So what? They got out of your car and into your car and snapped you in the face. This is a different story now.
It wasn't your fault.
They pulled out in front of me. I slammed into the fucking side of them because I had no fucking time to stop whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't
Oh,
my
didn't know
fault.
that.
Dropped some shitty paper and fucked off.
So
I mean,
it was your fault.
What it does, it just makes people not claim. It just goes, you know what? There's less fucking hassle if I don't claim.
If they don't have insurance, and most people do. By the way.
Well, if they do have insurance, it's still the same bullshit because it's still going to go up. It seems like the insurance company just put the prices up for fun. And that's why you have so many people who are uninsured because they can't be asked to deal with the bullshit.
My dad drove for 2 years, not even having a license.
I wouldn't say that on the internet, mate.
Why did you say that? Oh my god. Don't say shit like that.
Sorry, Daddy-o. Like, out of like the 20 people that view this, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, pushing it.
Not even that.
Well, overall it is.
Oh,
Not at one time alive, but once it goes up, it gets a fair bit.
Minus.
Our first one's gone over 200 now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's again, they're a company that needs to make money from somewhere. SD. And unfortunately, in this situation, they can't get it from the person who did the damage.
The damage is done, so I guess I believe.
The only thing you can do there, SD, is go to a different insurer.
The insurance.
Yep. I think that's to do with
I
cars.
even asked the other insurers, like, why is it so expensive? It's like 500 quid last year. And now it's gone up to 700 and... No, it's gone up to 660 for some reason. It's like, why has it gone up fucking 160 quid?
At least it didn't go up 670.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, when I transferred the insurance over to the new car, they didn't charge me anymore for the policy, even though my previous car didn't have any modifications. But this one did. But the price stayed the same, so it just blows my mind why it stayed so cheap.
Okay, I'm seeing more things now. So it's gone up because there's modifications on your car, on your new one.
It just seems... Hang on. I've just thought of this.
And they couldn't get the money from somewhere else.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with my car when I switched over to... Because I switched the insurance over from my written off car to my new car.
You just gave me a thought. If I insured myself for my dad's car and then transferred the policy over to my current car, I wonder if it would stay the same price.
Yeah, but that's also, I believe, called fraud.
Well, it's not fraud if it works because it's their system that we're using.
Yeah, but you're deliberately going out of your way to screw them out of money.
But they're going out of their way to screw me out of money.
They're not going out of their way to screw you out of money. They can't get the money from anywhere else. They're not. You literally.
Like when I insured the little shitty Corsa I had, and then transferred the policy, and the price stayed the same. It's just like, well, I gave you all the details for this car, and you're charging me the same. So that's not on me. That's on you.
Yeah, but that's because they need to get to the end of the contract for the first one before they do everything for the new one. When you transfer over, they have to get to the end of unless there is something, unless there's a massive situation there, they will wait until the end of the contract.
Well, it kind of changed. So it went from like 39 quid a month to like 45 quid a month. That was the only change in it. And then
So
for some reason,
so
at
it
the end
did
of
get
that one,
more expensive.
so for some reason at the end of that one, they renewed it and it was cheaper. But for some reason, this year it's gone up again. It's gone up like 160 quid for no reason. I mean, I guess I could put it down to the
Okay, so you swap cars, and then
price
you
gone up
crash the
what,
car,
10 quid.
and then you crash the car.
No. I crashed the car, swapped the car to a little Corsa, and then swapped from a Corsa to the Civic I've got.
Okay, you're confusing me now because now you're just changing the story every time I try to, you know, say to you why.
Confusing us all now.
Anyway, I'm going to be back in a moment.
Oh,
I'll tell you what happened. I went from the Civic to the Corsa.
Of course, so you did.
What did I do?
Run over an old lady.
Because it's strange. It was over a space of a month that happened. I do it. It was weird. Did I change the Corsa's insurance, or did I change the insurance I already had? Because it was weird. Because the Corsa was like 200 quid for the year, and that was a 1.3 diesel.
200 quid for the year.
Yeah, it's fucking cheap.
Say that again.
So I changed.
And say that again.
Yeah, I changed the Civic one rather than the Corsa one. So I guess they got it as the same car because it was a Civic.
That's all I ever had.
Thing is, I declared the modifications and it didn't go up that much.
That was rude.
What the fuck's going on?
Why did you leave?
Where's Shaggy?
It's left.
Oh no. Well, this ain't gonna be very good for the podcast, isn't it?
What's he doing? Hold on.
I didn't realise looking at insurance is so boring. Hang on, what happened to the text channels?
I don't know what's text channels. They're at the top.
All right, I'm back.
I mean,
What did I
R-Techz.
miss? It's gone to shit. Hang on.
I'll try to invite him back in. Does he even know he's left, or is he just winding us up?
I
I
mean,
reckon it's him just being him.
he's left the entire thing, so invite to server the ThaStr8UpBustas.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not even online.
Oh, wait, here he is. What's he just sent me?
What happened there?
He's waving at me.
Did you kick me out, Rob? No.
Did you
No,
leave? Why did you leave?
I didn't leave. Someone kicked me out. I was just in the middle of talking and it went dead silent. I was like, what the
His podcast gone to shit.
Oh, he's still got it. He's still going.
So yeah, I mean, with your experiences, like, what do you think of insurance? Do you reckon it's actually worth having insurance, or just fucking deal with it at the time?
It matters in your own hand.
If you don't have insurance, you're in. You are breaking the law. That's the thing. You need to have insurance to be on the road. It's the same in this country. You have to be insured to drive on the road.
No, what I mean is, like, America, some parts of America don't require insurance.
We're not in America, mate.
Yeah, we're not in America though. We're in England, so
Yeah,
you have to abide by the laws of the country you're in.
The EU, they're different in Europe, where the car itself is insured, not the driver. So I was just wondering, would that be a better system rather than our insurance? Because it just seems the algorithm that works out there. Oh, now Dingle's gone.
Is it USD? Are you just taking people out of
Haven't
it?
touched anything.
Gem?
That wasn't me.
But she got me on the counter.
That wasn't me.
So we fucking on the sofa, wasn't it?
Just
Oh no, that was me.
Okay.
They claim it's not them, Dingle. So unless you took yourself out, I don't know what's happened.
Did he claim?
Did you?
To be
you
fair,
have a-
Dingle's very stuttery when it comes to his voice.
Yeah, I was just saying it could have been a internet issue.
Probably. What? Do I sound bad? Do I?
You always do, but you don't sound too.
You seem robotic sometimes, but most of the time you're fine.
Anyway, I think we've sort of killed that topic.
Yeah, mine kept some. All the fucking people kept leaving mine. I mean, yeah, insurance is fucking bullshit at the end of the day. I mean,
It's not.
Whether it is bullcrap or not, you're required to have it by law, as Jem said. We all need it if we have our own vehicle. It doesn't even have to be a car, If I got a motorbike, you still have to
the thing is, if you had
go
no
through
insurance,
insurance.
the thing is, if you had no insurance and you had to pay out your own pocket,
Yeah.
you'd be a bit more careful.
Well, I mean,
So.
you still have to pay out your own pocket for certain things if the insurers decide that they're not going to pay it.
Yeah, or if it doesn't cover you for that specific.
So what if, right? What if you pay for your insurance, and then you don't crash, and you don't crash for 8 years? So that's 8 years worth of insurance you're paying, essentially, so you don't get fined and get points in your license.
So what you're saying? The longer you serve, the longer you're on an insurance, the less you should have to pay when something eventually happens. Is that what you mean?
Yes, fucking definitely. So if I've been paying insurance
I mean,
for 8 years,
that is how it works at the moment.
I was going to say, I must admit, if it's not that, then I agree. It should be
that. You don't have, if you don't have any accidents, you don't make any claims for 8 years. Your insurance is going to be much lower than a person who crashed their car 4 years ago, or crashed their car last year.
Depends on if you're a better driver or not.
Whether it's a case of
if you're male or female,
whether it's a case of they were hit or they hit someone, whether it was their fault or someone else's, doesn't matter. If you don't do anything, you don't have any claims at all for anything, even if they say that they've saved your no claims, your no claims bonus still doesn't change the fact that then they still had to use money to fix your car or give you money for a new car.
I'll tell you what seems like a better idea is you put the money into an investment bond. Over the years would increase if you don't use it. So when you do finally come to, I don't know, having an accident, that investment bond has increased in value over the interest that's on it. Because that seems like a better way to do things rather than paying to an insurance company.
But then, why would you? What would stop you from saying, "Oh yeah, I've got enough to buy a nicer car. I might as well just write this one off"?
No,
what's stopping people from doing that though? Like the insurance premiums are there to also stop you from doing stupid shit.
Yeah, but thing is, if you buy a car for 10 grand, I don't know, 6 years ago, the car's only going to be worth $1,000 now.
Yeah, but so
if you crash the car, if the insurance is only going to give you $1,000, but you can't, what are you going to do? You could put that down as a deposit towards another car. You might as well just sell the one you've got.
Yeah, but
and it's less aggro, and he won't have any recorded accidents.
Yeah, but your system doesn't change that. All your system does is make it so that when people have saved enough money to buy their next car, they have no reason to sell their car. They could just write it off and then just buy the new car full up rather than doing part exchange or anything.
But
they have absolutely no reason to sell their car. Whereas with our current system, if you want a new car, you still have to either get rid of your old car or still be using it, and then have two insurance.
I think you misunderstood me, because the money I'm talking about, each month you'd put it into an investment bond.
Right. James Bond.
In the event of an accident.
Nicky Bond.
No.
That would be a big investment.
I understand you, SD.
What I'm saying is,
What I'm saying is that your system has absolutely no incentive for people to give a shit about their car when their investment bond is at a certain level.
God damn, she's
hot.
hot.
The thing is, you keep your investment bond, you keep the car, you sell the car, you can use the value of the car and the investment bond to buy another car and start again.
Yeah, but if you've just decided this car is going
to start than you would further along, so you'd have to carry on investing.
But your investment bond, the investment bond doesn't make people think, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to crash my car," because you can just put money into an investment bond and not have a car.
True.
And
but then you still pay insurance.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing: like, if you don't have a car, you don't have to pay insurance.
Unless it's life insurance.
Both of those things are not necessary.
Fish insurance.
Like,
fucking hell.
I'm pretty sure it's insurance for everything.
It's really fucking annoying that insurance goes up every year.
It doesn't go up every year, though.
Insurance company.
It doesn't go up everywhere. You crashed. You crashed a year and a half ago, and you're surprised that your premiums went up.
It wasn't my fault.
It doesn't matter. They were uninsured. There's nowhere for the company to get money from, so they have to get it from somewhere.
It's like, for instance,
their money from your policy
and go stab somebody in Bournemouth.
That's nothing like it.
What the fuck?
It's exactly like it. If somebody gets hurt, or say, for instance, if somebody gets their car written off, why is it the person whose car written off having to pay rather than the insurance company, who literally their job is to cover the expenses? That's their whole job.
But where are they getting the money from? If that person who writ your car off had insurance, then your premiums wouldn't have gone up. I can tell you that much now.
Where the money comes from, it's their job.
Just because it's their job, they did their job. They gave you money, didn't they?
Mm.
Yeah, but why should I have to pay more?
They gave you money, didn't they? They gave you money, didn't they? Did they not give you the money?
Of course they gave you the money.
So they gave you the money. They did their job. They did their job, didn't they?
But I shouldn't.
They did their job, didn't they?
Getting heated.
I shouldn't have to pay more.
They did their job, didn't they?
Yeah, surprisingly.
So they've done their job. Now they want you to pay them back for that because they could get the money from anywhere else.
This is brilliant.
Well, they can take it from the other 50,000 people they insure.
But then why do those people have to pay for your car?
Amen.
Amen.
When they weren't involved.
They already get the money at the start of the month.
But now the company's lost money and they're not gaining back as much money as they lost.
Oh, come on. A multi-million-pound company loses 1,600 quid. So that's piss in the ocean.
Yeah, but
it does.
Why is it everyone else's problem that you got that money?
With more money comes more responsibility. Oh wait, no, that's.
It's the company's problem. They can fucking deal with it. If they don't get as much profit, fuck them. Who cares?
But
they do.
So why are you expecting?
Who gives a shit about a rich company losing money?
But
I don't think anyone really cares.
It's the principle of it. Tingular, if you went out and you were doing a job, right? Let's say you're doing some like networking job for, a customer, and then they, through their own user error, absolutely screw everything up. Are you going to then not not charge them any money and go in there and fix it for them? Or are you going to? No, it's the same thing. It's the same concept.
Because they'll be paying a subscription. They'll be paying a subscription, so you have to meet the terms of the subscription to repair.
But no, if you did it as a one-off, and then they said, "Oh, it's screwed up. You need to come in here and fix it." Are you then going to say, "Okay, I'm going to go in there and do it for free"? Or you go,
it's not a one-off.
You screwed it up. You got to pay for it. You got to pay more for it.
You don't pay. We take it away.
It's like anything. If you pay a subscription or you buy a product, you have 30 days to bring that. Actually, no, 28 days to find fault with that product. Otherwise, you wouldn't get the quality of service that you paid for.
But let's say after the month or 2 months or like 5 months later,
or 6,
or half a year later, or a year and a half later, the system gets broken, and then they go, "You need to come in and fix it."
Well, as long as they're paying the subscription every month, it's fine.
Are you then going to charge them more? You're not going to raise the price because it's been broken and you've had to go in and fix it? I mean, so you're not going to recoup any money from any losses that you've had to drop a job somewhere else to go do that?
No, because it'll be part of the whole process. You expect to see jobs. You predict that in future events this will happen. And based on the size of the company is how much money they would pay.
Yeah. But let's say, for instance, that their system broke. Their system broke, and they're demanding. Tink, let me finish. Their system broke. They're demanding you to turn up right then and there, but you're in the middle of servicing something else, and they're demanding you drop what you're doing right now and go fix their system because they think they're more important. Because that's what you're sounding like right now. That you think you're more important than everyone else.
Oh, it wouldn't make sense.
Vanity's on.
So what you're saying is what you've just said to us earlier.
No,
doesn't make sense.
That's no logic. You'd have no logic there.
I'm saying, there is logic there, though, because you're the one that's saying everyone else needs to pay for your car, and you shouldn't pay for your car.
Also have predictional value of what you would have to pay for. So, like, for instance, you'd predict that in a month you'd have so many, in this case, repairing networks, and you'd predict it over the year when things are most likely to happen, and concurrently you'd bring more staff on to deal with that issue. But in my case with the insurance company, if I've been good and I'm paying for it,
been a good boy,
not to crash. And if I don't crash, and I do my best not to crash, and I do everything correct, so why would I have to pay for it? The companies you're talking about is the network base. If you say, for instance, you own a company that has, I don't know, banking, for instance, and you want all your banking to talk to each other, all the people to talk to each other on certain networks and whatnot, you'll have in your budget to predict a error rate that your company's gonna have.
Yeah, but sometimes things happen and the entire system just breaks down.
Levels and or certain times.
Yeah, but
you'd have that money aside to pay for it.
How can you predict that someone
to come in and fix it for you?
How can you predict that someone's going to cause the entire system to break down?
Yeah. Okay. Shaggy, what do you think of this riveting subject of insurance that actually got heated in the end? What's your thoughts?
I have no comment. Dingle?
No comment.
Just do your shopping, mate. Just start shopping around, please. Just find somewhere that's cheaper if you can, and if not, then just you're gonna have to deal with it, or get rid of your car.
He doesn't want to do that again.
That's pretty good shorthand.
Someone's getting their door banged on.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, pop up. Dum, dum, dum.
That's the insurance company fucking me. So yeah, fuck insurance companies because they're retarded. I want to pay as little as possible.
Don't we all?
I'm
Don't we
sure
all? Yeah.
everybody on the road would like to pay as little as possible.
Yeah.
Shopping part's retarded because you look for a quote, you find a quote, and then for some fucking reason it's 30 quid cheaper than what it says on the website. And then they start asking you to insure more cars even though you don't own more cars. And then ask for your fucking extra name, drivers, details, even though it doesn't fucking matter because the past 8 years, no other insurer has actually fucking asked me for them. Fuck! But anyway, this has been a riveting episode about animals and insurance wankers. I hope you enjoyed this, and that's goodbye from SD.
Goodbye from OG.
Goodbye from Mr. Dingle.
And it's goodbye from Shaggins.
And subscribe and like and do what else? Goodbye.
Big love to this channel.